All right, so I got an interesting video for you guys. 2007 Honda CRV with 310,000 kilometers, so almost 200,000 miles, I guess. This customer's complaint is the gear shifter will not come out of gear, and you can't remove the key out of the ignition sometimes. So that's why they've been sticking it in the shifter release to release the steering, so they can still put it into gear. So they say it's intermittent, so I guess I just got to duplicate the issue and then see what is going on. I don't know if it's going to do it for me, so this might be a while because it's intermittent. So, but when I am able to do it, I'll bring you guys back. So this might be a while. All right, it didn't take long. So now, step on the brakes, can't release the shifter. So that's one concern, and then you can't take the key out. So now I can't take the key out and can't get the car out of gear. So that's the customer's complaint. So, all right. So usually when you step on the brakes, you hear the shifter release to cycle on and off for it to release, but it's not doing that. I wonder, I'm gonna look up the wiring diagram, see where the shifter release, the wires that go to it, what is it controlled by, what inputs does it need to release that. So two issues right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick one issue. Hopefully that one issue is gonna fix the other issue. So I'm gonna go grab the scanner because when you step on the brakes, it's supposed to release the shifter. So I'm gonna see if there's brake pedal signal to release this shifter, because right now it's not doing anything. So bring it back. And of course, can't get the key out. So all right, so we're getting somewhere. Okay, so this is interesting. Brake switch. So right here it says off. I'm stepping on it, so it does get input from brake switch, but I do not hear the shifter releasing, and right now it still won't allow me to take the key out. So we know we got brake switch is fine, it's functioning, and I have brake lights, right? Ned, hey Ned, how's my brake lights? Good. Okay, so yeah, I got brake lights and brake switch functioning. Okay, so this is where it's gonna get interesting. One thing that's interesting, my park light on the dash is not lit up, so it doesn't see it in park. But let me get a pocket screwdriver. I'm gonna push this and see if the other light lights up. I think I'm starting to make sense of all of this now, because I got no indicator on the dash to know that it's in park. But let me see if I can. Okay, so my revert, like all the other, so I'm out of park now, so all these other lights light up. Oh, you saw it? It lit up and it went out. Now I can shift it out of park, and I can take the key out. So okay, we're getting somewhere. So what lights up that? Can I get it to happen again? Of course, yeah. Now it's not doing it. But I did print out a wiring diagram. You know, just gotta, most of the times you're just reading, it's all research, and then you put those theories to tests. So here's my shift interlock. It's controlled by the MICU, right? Here's the key interlock. So I'm assuming because the shifter isn't in park and you're trying to shut the car off with the key on, it won't allow you to take the key out because it's not in park. That's what I'm getting from this. Just from playing playing around with stuff. So I'm gonna see what goes to that light. I'm pretty sure it's the park neutral transmission, or the transmission range switch, park neutral switch, same thing. And see if that cable there is not stretched or something, because now it's just working completely fine now. Okay, but I'm gonna go, I think the range switch is just on the side over here, so I'm gonna lift the car up and take a look. But if it's not, then everything all goes to the MICU. Anything in the MICU is a power supply to the key, interlock, and the shift solenoid. So if the PCM is there to control the shift solenoid to release your gear shifter, it's got SC brake switch input, which it does, but why won't it come out of gear? Right, it should still release it. But yeah, anyways, see what else I find. Okay, so there's the cable is right here. Range switch is somewhere on the side of this guy right here. It's underneath that cover. So that's the transmission range switch behind that cover. But I took this guy off first, which it just has an aluminum cover covering your shifter cable, like right here, just like 4 bolts holding it in, if you can see, right? So shifter cable is here. There's a big nut. You can I think you can adjust it, maybe, we'll see, because it has threads and a nut there, so I don't know if you can adjust it this way, because I don't think this part over here spins. So let's I'm gonna try it anyways and see if I can adjust that cable, but that doesn't seem too loose. Not much movement there, but I'm gonna try it and see. Okay, so that cable has no adjustment. It's just fixed. I can't. There's a nut there, but there's no nut on the back to thread it forward to take up the slack. So there's no adjustment. But there's a slight slot on this this bolt here, but it looks pretty crusty. Like that's where the I guess what you call it, a lever or something inside that turns the range switch on this guy. I wonder if I just loosen it and then just like kind of rotate it slightly, see if I'm gonna try and see if I can reduplicate the issue. So it might not look like much, but I moved it ever so slightly because I can feel the detent in it, and kind of just moved it where it's kind of more how do you explain this? I'm not the best with words. Just moved it so it's kind of like there's no tension on this range switch when I tightened it back down. So I only moved it just a little bit. You can see the slight marking on the plastic behind it where it was, and then and I shift it slightly over. So I want to just keep on trying it and see if it'll happen again, because it didn't take very long. I just kept I literally just let the car sit there for a little bit, and then it did it when I put it in the park. We're just back into the car here just to show you there's no codes, like no range switch code or anything. But I'm gonna keep running this thing until it happens again. It didn't take long for it to do it. So nothing in transmission. No, see? No codes in transmission either. So right now, it's just whatever I'm going by. I got no light for the P when it happened. No shifter, wouldn't release the shifter. Wouldn't take the key out because I guess it's not in park. It won't let you take the key out. So like I said, if there's more than one issue, you pick one issue and go by the one issue, and then it'll probably fix the other issue. So I'll bring you guys back if it starts happening again. If not, it's 1:41 right now. Literally took like 10 minutes for it to happen when I drove the car in. So I'll bring you guys back. But I don't know, I was looking at all the wiring diagram. Everything just goes to the MICU, and you know how bad the MICUs are. But right now it doesn't seem like it's Yeah, maybe all that is was just me tweaking the transmission range switch, because there's a little bit of adjustment on the on that range switch. Just that little tiny bit is causing your PCM to not see it in park. But right now, so far so good. Before I brought the CRV in for this diag, I actually had a BMW X3 2011, and this customer wanted us to replace the oil filter housing gasket. So that's why I got these BMW parts here. I got to return these because I took a look at it and it's not even leaking. Right? Volkswagen. Yeah, and like that Volkswagen we did looked at the other day. So the Volkswagen dealer quoted for what was it, cam plugs, and it's not even leaking. And then I got one from today that's a 2011 X3. They said that oil filter housing is leaking. Here, I'll put a little video somewhere. And okay, I don't know if you can see it, but there is nothing leaking underneath the oil filter housing. See? It's dry. So I don't even know why I'm replacing this oil filter housing gasket when there's no oil leak. Because I took a video just to show my manager that there's no leak. It's like bone dry, and the BMW dealership wanted the 5 hours to replace these two gaskets, right? These two gaskets for the oil cooler and also the oil filter housing. And I look at it, it was not even leaking. So I wanted to record the whole thing, but then my manager was here, and then my shop foreman was here, and then they wanted to confirm with everybody to make sure that, you know, there's no leak, to tell the customer that, hey, you're spending this money for no issue, for an oil leak that's not even there. So yeah, that was what I had before this. So that, like I said, it's good to get a second opinion from somebody, you know, especially when that BMW only had 94,000 kilometers, so like 60,000 miles, not even 60,000 miles. So yeah, anyways, I'm still trying to duplicate the issue for the CRV, see if it's still stuck in park and can't pull out the ignition key.
My CRV to BMW.
Yeah. It's funny, you know, we're like, yeah, they were just saying, like, everybody brings their BMW to a Honda dealership. I think it's because our shop labor rate is half the price of half.
My CRV to BMW,
Yeah.
just to fuck with them a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll start bringing our Honda vehicles to the BMW dealership and see what they say. But yeah, it's probably because, you know, you drive a BMW, our shop labor rate is probably half the labor of BMW.
And when there's a VTC rattle.
VTC rattle, we'll bring it to BMW and get them to fix it. Yeah,
Piston ring, pistons burning.
yeah. So it's been like 20 minutes, I think maybe more, and I'm trying to get it to act up, but I also put all the stuff back together. But I just want to say, if you're you know, going into the automotive industry and you're scared of diagnosis, don't be. It's just, as long as you understand how things work. It didn't take me long to figure this out, right? Because just by having a wiring diagram and seeing what everything goes to, because there are only 2 wire solenoids, 2 wire switches, you know, there's always going to be a power and ground to control, or, you know, for a PCM, like the brake switch is what the PCM has to see to, like you can see on the wiring diagram, it's what controls the ground side to release the shifter, right? And you get constant power from the MICU, which is the body control module / fuse box. One thing is what you would like to be good at is pay attention to things, right? Like when I put it in park, when it wasn't getting out of gear, the P on the dash wasn't even lit up, and I knew that P, that light gets power from the transmission range switch, which is down over there, which gives me an indicator that, hey, something's up over there. So it just brought me directly to that area, and yeah, just by looking around, make sure the cable's okay. You know, there's not too much slack, which there wasn't. I've never had to adjust the cables on these CRVs. So yeah, I popped the cover off, and then, you know, you can see the 2 bolts that hold in that range switch has a little bit of slot for adjustment. So I just kind of moved it to where I felt like it's in between the detents that I felt in the range switch, and I just tightened it back up so that's like centered on where I felt it was supposed to be. And yeah, so now it hasn't even acted up yet. I can pull the key out, no problem. So yeah, don't let something like this intimidate you. Just if there are two issues, pick one issue, and then that one issue might fix the other issue. That's all I can say. Don't stress yourself out by trying to figure out two issues at the same time. And that's the advice I can give you guys. That's pretty much it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and yeah, check out the description. I have an Amazon store. You know, if you click on it, buy something, it helps me out with a bit of commission, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. And I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.